Right, darling, settle in. You simply must hear about this ordeal. It is not merely a tale of a substandard hotel, you understand. It is a dissection of disappointment, a lament for lost expectations, a cautionary fable for anyone foolish enough to believe in the illusion of luxury. Honestly, it is a tragedy wrapped in floral wallpaper and aggressively mediocre thermal waters. You see, I have standards. My grandmother, bless her soul, always said a woman of discerning taste deserves the best. She escaped Moldova with nothing but her wits and a ferocious dedication to beautiful things. She taught me that even a chipped teacup should be exquisite, that ambience is everything, and that if a place dares to call itself a spa, it should, at the very least, not smell vaguely of mildew. It is a principle, really. And this, my dears, this Termas de Jahuel hotel spa, it insulted the very concept of principles. It began, of course, with the booking. I envisioned a sanctuary, a haven of tranquility. A superior room as advertised. Oh, the audacity of that label. It is a bit like calling instant coffee artisanal. Don't you agree? You'd think, after a childhood spent in cramped apartments where a view meant spotting the neighbor's laundry, I'd be grateful for any room. But one develops expectations, doesn't one? A certain expectation of aesthetic integrity. They tried to palm me off with a room in the Las Palmas building. Now, darling, I understand repurposing, I do. But Las Palmas, apparently, is the hotel's ancient relic, a time capsule of drab interiors and faded glory. It was dusty. The carpets, a patchwork of stains that whispered stories of forgotten spills and questionable hygiene. It reeked of that particular mustiness that clings to places untouched by sunlight and proper ventilation. You know the smell, like a grandmother's attic, but less charming, less grandmotherly. It's bad energy, don't you think? I insisted naturally. I do have a voice, though admittedly I am more accustomed to having it politely heeded, not met with thinly veiled annoyance. After what felt like an eternity of polite but firm insistence and honestly, a touch of dramatic flair, one must maintain standards, they relented. They moved me to a superior room in another building, one that thankfully wasn't actively decaying. But let us be clear, superior is a generous assessment. It felt more like slightly less inferior. And then the food. Oh, the food. Where do I even begin? It is not that it was actively repulsive, though. At times, it flirted with that distinction. It was the sheer, suffocating sameness. Everything, and I mean everything, was drowned in sauce. A basic salad begging for simplicity, drowned in a cloying, sugary dressing. Chicken, innocent chicken, swimming in a viscous, unidentified glaze. It's like they had a bulk order of sauce and were determined to use it all, regardless of culinary sensibility. If you have even the slightest dietary restriction, consider yourselves warned. My cousin, she's terribly sensitive to gluten, would have had an absolute meltdown. They had a children's menu, which, let me assure you, was a crime against gastronomy. A beige wasteland of processed nuggets and limp fries, truly horrifying. Honestly, it felt like a deliberate attempt to punish anyone with discerning taste buds. The thermal pools, the purported raison d'etre of the entire establishment. A disappointment of epic proportions. The water was murky, not a vibrant natural hue but a disconcerting shade of grey-green. And the walls, patches of algae clung to the tiles, whispering of neglect and inadequate cleaning. It was like swimming in a tepid, slightly unsettling fish tank. It's a physics thing, you see. The color indicates algae growth. Algae growth means there's an imbalance in the water chemistry. The imbalance in the water chemistry means bacteria. Bacteria means sickness. See, it's all linked. The supposed paseo por las mesetas, the walk through the plateau. Was a particular source of anguish. I remembered it from years ago, a vibrant landscape, teeming with wildflowers, a genuine connection with nature.
The businesses surrounding Termas de Jahuel Hotel Spa. Well, let's just say they've left me with a persistent feeling of disappointment. A quiet ache, really. It's not a dramatic collapse of civilization, more a slow, weary erosion of expectation. It feels like a place where corners are cut, smiles are rationed, and your wallet is viewed as an open invitation. It's a pattern, you see, a pervasive sense that things aren't quite as they should be. It's as if the very air whispers, prepare to be slightly let down. Let's start with the larger establishments, the ones meant to provide convenience and enjoyment. Places like Urban Space, Los Andes seem to operate under the principle that customer service is merely an optional extra. Reviews consistently mention staff who appear to actively avoid interaction, lost in their own worlds while patrons are left adrift. Imagine attempting to order, only to have the waitress glance past you as if you're a particularly uninteresting ghost, refusing to let you finish a sentence before dismissing your request. It's a frustrating, dismissive experience and a remarkably common one judging by the accounts. And then there's the food. Oh, the food. It seems a lot of it is a celebration of the economically expedient. Deep-fried everything, mystery meat disguised as something palatable, and a general feeling that freshness is a distant memory. People have described lukewarm drinks, cold meat, and the unsettling realization that their meal might be comprised of leftovers from previous diners. A rather morbid thought, isn't it? One reviewer specifically noted the absence of bread and pepper, basic staples in Chilean cuisine, as if even the simplest courtesies are too much to ask. It's a level of carelessness that stings. But the issues don't stop at the food. Urban space also houses an ekwash, car wash, which appears to have a rather alarming reputation for inflicting more damage than cleanliness. Multiple people have warned against it, hinting at deceptive practices and ruined vehicles. It's a strange thing to find a potential auto body shop scam in a shopping center, isn't it? The entire complex feels stingy. They charge for parking, then seem to resent your presence once you're inside. Stores close early, the food court mysteriously dims the lights while you're still eating, and the walkways are riddled with hazards, as one reviewer discovered when their grandmother took a tumble. It feels like a place designed to extract as much money as possible with as little effort as possible. It feels so calculated. Moving on to accommodation, the Termas de Jahuel Hotel Spa itself, while the subject of the previous report, also shows a similar disturbing trend of things going wrong. Overcharging seems to be a recurring theme, with guests reporting multiple incorrect bills and a frustrating lack of apology. Imagine arriving for a relaxing getaway, only to be immediately embroiled in a financial dispute. It is like stepping into a poorly written novel. The VIP rooms, apparently, aren't always so VIP, with reports of noisy neighbors and malfunctioning hydro-massage tubs. And there's a general consensus that the facilities are showing their age, with torn towels, broken furniture, and a pervasive sense of neglect. There's a disheartening pattern of small, irritating problems that accumulate into a deeply unsatisfying experience. Limited menus, extra charges for everything, and a lack of basic amenities. It's a place where you're constantly being asked to pay more for less. The overall feeling is one of underwhelming potential. A beautiful location squandered by poor management and a lack of attention to detail. It's like watching a talented artist paint with a broken brush. Then we have Casona El Monte Eventos Spa. Where to even begin? The photographs online are generous, let's say. The reality seems to involve disorganized spaces, cold food, and an abundance of roaming pets begging for scraps. One reviewer described a lunch where cats were literally trying to steal food off their plates. Cats, while some might find it charming, it's certainly not the hygienic dining experience one expects. The portions are small, the service is inattentive, and the overall experience seems deeply disappointing. The reviews are so sparse it's almost more worrying, like a silent agreement to forget the place exists. It feels sad. And Casa Real Mexican Grill, oh, Casa Real. It seems to have suffered a significant decline in quality. People are reporting mediocre food, stingy portions, and a service that ranges from indifferent to actively hostile. One reviewer received a shockingly small portion of ham for a hefty price, while another complained about being overcharged and ignored when they tried to address the issue.
I'm looking into crimes near Termas de Jahuel Hotel Spa, because I want to warn tourists like you who are planning a 2-week stay. It's scary, like really scary. Businesses near Termas de Jahuel Hotel Spa are like a trap, waiting to take your money. So there was this huge real estate scam, and it's like, how could people do this? They forged documents, fake notarial certifications, and even fake police reports. Can you believe it? They targeted elderly people and those who lived outside the province, taking advantage of them. The damage is estimated at over 4 million. Like, what's wrong with these people? They're heartless. I predict the victims were devastated, like totally lost. They probably felt so betrayed and angry, wondering how they could have been so blind. The investigation took 2 years, and I'm sure it was a nightmare for everyone involved. The scammers, they're probably still out there laughing at their victims. It's just so unfair. And then there's this utility company scam. Businesses near Termas de Jahuel Hotel Spa are like super good at fooling people.